What is up, people? This is WWE Breakdown. I am Mr. Filthy, and this is Ryan, and we are reviewing the Monday Night Raw of February, I believe? February 2nd.
February 2nd, yes. And we kick it off hard with Braun Breaker. Literally, as soon as the show starts, he comes right out there and he just tears apart the ringside area. He flips the announcer's table and he just yelling at Michael Cole. And
Braun Breaker having temper tantrums over shit that didn't actually happen because of Adam Pearce, but then blaming Adam Pearce anyway.
He grabs the mic and says, if he wants to ruin a spot in the Rumble, the rest of the Vision would come down, and they're like, hey, don't do it. Remember what happened last time.
Well, it's not like he put only twos in the fucking barrel and had you pull. And if you're blaming anybody, blame R-Truth. He was clearly the one doing the ball turning.
Yeah. We talked about that I talked about that on SmackDown. He's the balls. He's good at handling balls.
And you all get to touch his balls, but gently.
And obviously, Breaker didn't touch the balls gently enough, because if he did, he wouldn't have drawn number 2.
Right. Had he done it gently, maybe he would have got a 7 like Damian Priest.
Exactly, yeah. Because Damian Priest was gentle with R-Truth's balls.
He respected the balls. But, alright, I seen a really stupid theory on who's the attacker for Braun Breaker in the Rumble. A bunch of dummies are saying that it was Brock Lesnar. I just seen WrestleMania, I think it was, come out with a video saying, breaking news, it was 100% Brock Lesnar. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? In no universe was that Brock Lesnar. That man was like maybe 210 pounds soaking wet. Brock Lesnar is 300 pounds on a good day.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not Brock.
If you're looking at the facial hair, it looks like people were saying Jake Paul, Logan Paul, stuff around.
I was about to say, at best it was Logan, but it's either Logan or it's Seth. There is a zero reality that was Brock Lesnar. Unless they just say it is.
I did like when Pierce told them that the last time we saw Masked Man, it was Theory, and then Braun Breaker kind of turned his head to lock eyes on Theory, like, oh, was it you?
That would actually be a good swerve. I don't think they're going that way, but that would be kind of funny.
And then he tells him that he'll let Breaker keep his job after his piss poor performance in the Rumble. And
I don't think you can fire someone for not doing good in the Rumble. I don't think that's part of that, Pierce. And plus, you're not Triple H. I don't really think you fire anybody.
Exactly. I think he only has the authority to suspend people, which we've seen in the past. But
unless you straight up assault him.
Yeah, that causes Breaker and Bronson to run up the ramp where Pierce is, where he's got a wall of security. But then LA Knight comes down with a chair and hits Austin Theory and Logan Paul in the back, and then literally fucks off before Bronson Reed comes back.
He largely just destroys everybody. I'm glad they're doing the LA Knight thing. I think the fans, finally got Triple H's attention enough where he's pushing him. But I think what's happening is Triple H knows what y'all want. I think he's genuinely listening. I just don't think he's giving it to you right when you want it, because that's not good. If he gave it to you exactly when you want it every time, it doesn't work.
You got to finish up the stories that you started.
Right, and you have to lead them into the next story. People are trying to blame Triple H right now for The Rock stuff, saying that his booking is bad because he knew The Rock wasn't going to be available for WrestleMania. And I'm like, we're assuming The Rock isn't a liar. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say The Rock's a fucking liar.
For those of you guys that are blaming Triple H, I want you to go on Netflix and I want you to watch the Unreal documentary, because it'll show you that Triple H isn't even the one that makes most of those calls. It's the VP of the creative over there. It's not him.
He was the owner of creative and the director of creative, and that's when everyone was cheering for him. Remember when Vince left and it wasn't TKO's fully yet, and everyone's
all the banned words were gone. They could say wrestle again and wrestler, and when Drew McIntyre cut that promo where he's like, "Oh, we're just wrestlers in a freaking wrestling ring, so let's wrestle." The crowd went crazy because when's the last time we heard them say the word wrestle? They don't.
Not only that, you loved him in NXT, so clearly he can book.
Yep.
When left to his own devices, but that's because NXT, nobody realistically cares if NXT succeeds or fails, because they always have SmackDown and Raw.
So you got TKO is the issue because when NXT had their black and gold era, you guys were all about it, all for it, and that was all Triple H.
And maybe he has some flaws in his booking, but it's gonna happen. He's a fucking human being. You guys are expecting robots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's literally a team of there's counting Triple H. There's a team of about 5 of them.
Right.
That's not easy.
And they all have to come to a conclusion. Like, I guess maybe he has the final say until the board looks at it, basically. But again, once the board looks at it.
Yeah, it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and then, whatever Saturday select for a wrestling event. That's a lot of work. But Breaker does ask Heyman what we're going to do after LA Knight literally takes off after attacking them. And Heyman just looks lost. He doesn't know what to say.
I wonder if they're going to touch on the whole Brock coming out with Heyman thing at all, or if is Heyman a part of the Vision? Because he beat the shit out of Logan Paul. He didn't care about the Vision.
Yeah, Lesnar he didn't.
Does that mean any Heyman guy can come out?
Guy. That's the thing.
He's literally the ultimate rat. He goes to wherever his fucking cheese is.
And literally, when Lesnar got eliminated, I think even though Logan Paul was still in the match, I think Heyman just left anyway.
I don't think any of them want Logan.
Not winning, so
I don't think any of them want Logan.
No faith in his bed.
I mean, it's the second time he's lost. Must be real.
Yep. Then we had Javon Evans versus El Grande Americano, who starts the match by chucking his cape at his face.
Another kind of pointless match just to move along the story with them. I feel like Javon Evans is getting pushed into a lot of meaningless matches on his debuts, and it doesn't do anything for him. It only does something for the people he's fighting, which is kind of lame for him.
Well, I think this match was to push the El Grande feud further because
but that's the second or third time he's been in a match where it's only pushing somebody else's feud and just completely using him as a backboard.
Yeah, after Rayo distracted the ref, Bravo pushed him off the top rope, and then Bravo gave him the middle plate. But OG El Grande comes out, the ref takes the plate. OG Cutter, big knee, wins. Javon Evans wins.
They need to do a mask for mask match, which I think is what they were hinting at in the Rumble. They're gonna do mask for mask between El Grande Americano and OG El Grande Americano.
But it kind of begs the question. It's kind of like, okay, but who do we have go back to their old gimmick if that's the way that they go with it?
Probably
Chad
Kaiser.
Gable, because Chad Gable's getting massive pops right now as El Grande, so it doesn't really make sense to take him away.
It's probably going to be Ludwig, because realistically he was only doing it for Gable, and he had his run. But that's the thing, he really took it and ran with it and made it what it is, so they might just give it to him, but then they have nothing to do with Gable, basically. And he's always struggling without some type of gimmick. His gimmick before was Alpha Academy. He doesn't have that now. His new gimmick is a Grande, but if he doesn't have that, what the fuck are you gonna do with Gable? Make him another Olympic champion, Kurt Angle copy again, and then just let him chill in the mid card forever?
Yep. Then we got AJ Styles music hitting, and the crowd pops, but it's Gunther. He comes out and imitates the first part of his entrance.
Those dumbasses should have known better. He got you guys. He
basically solidifies himself as the career killer.
He's killed 3 major careers.
He has. He definitely has. That's when Dragon Lee comes out.
I hope he does stay with it, and I hope he ends Roman's, because there was a theory that Roman might be next, because he's not potentially going to re-sign with the next contract unless they pay him more. I hope he goes out on his ass from Gunther. I want Gunther to get all the praise and heat that comes along with ruining these little fucking Roman Reigns fanboys.
Well, I heard that Lesnar's probably next. That's what I heard online.
Fair. If he does him and then loses to Roman, I quit. WWE is trash. You guys are all right. Triple H is an asshole. I'll say it on that day. I'll be like, this is my last WWE review because I fucking hate this shit.
A lot of people probably missed this. Dragon Lee was attacking Gunther because he injured Rey Mysterio in the Royal Rumble, apparently. But
Did
that
he,
might have
though?
happened on Raw, like you said last week. But they did say it was something with his leg.
Wait. Oh yeah, he did end up in the Rumble, but how in the fuck did
Yeah.
Gunther injure him? He wasn't even eliminated by Gunther. He was eliminated by
I'm just
Old
saying-
Femi.
I'm just saying what Michael Cole said.
The fuck you talking about, Cole? What? I don't even remember an offense. I don't remember Gunther even doing anything to Ray. Do you?
I don't think he did. I don't. But I don't even think. Well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Did they
Maybe
even
Dragon Lee
have
just
a-
acted just 'cause-
Did they even have a spot?
Well,
I don't even.
actually,
Gunther wasn't even out yet.
Maybe he was doing it for Penta because Penta was eliminated by Gunther, I believe, and they were
was-
kind of like in like the whole thing there.
I was about to say because Gunther literally wasn't out when Ray was out. He was the 30th entrant, and Ray was out before the 30th came out.
Yeah, so it must have been for Penta then. Even though Penta wasn't injured, he just got okay. Dragon Lee's
Yeah.
heel apparently.
Is Penta even injured? What the fuck is going on with that?
Anyway, Gunther hits Dragon Lee with the ring bell and then locks in the sleeper until the officials pull him off. Then he locks it in again while he's on the apron, and he literally keeps it locked in until his body goes limp.
I can't. So another no tap out, pass out type dealio.
Yeah.
They should have busted AJ open in that tap out. Him bleeding would have given that same like Stone Cold fucking never giving up despite being covered in blood with Bret Hart thing.
Stone Cold Bret Hart thing. Yeah, where
That would have
they
been
both
pretty
switched
cool.
roles after the match.
And they haven't done that in a while. So like at least since then pretty much they haven't done the bloody not tapping thing pretty much since then.
So I was really confused at this next segment because they didn't name names. When we saw Adam Pearce and Heyman backstage, and Heyman tells him to make Breaker, to leave, and he tells him that he already had LA Knight escorted out, but he didn't actually say the name. They just referred as pronouns, as him. So I was very confused at who him was
I'm him.
until later in the show.
I am him. I am he.
Yeah. But then Heyman asked him if he knows who he's speaking to, and Adam tells him to fuck around and find out.
Yeah, speaking to you, bitch. The guy I've been speaking to. They still didn't reveal who he was talking to on the phone.
Or who the masked man was at the Royal Rumble.
That I don't expect them to talk about yet, but they need to talk about who's on the phone.
They kind of tiptoed around it at the beginning, but they never really went on with it. But
So dumb.
then Breaker kind of throws another tantrum backstage.
And
And
is he
Heyman
not throwing
basically-
a tantrum?
Heyman tells him he has all the ammo in the world, and Breaker says he doesn't care, and he storms off and I guess leaves the arena. Then we get the War Raiders in the ring, and Obafemi comes out and literally dismantles them both.
Poor War Raiders, they get disrespected so hard despite being basically like the road warriors of our generation.
The last good match they had was the tag team match against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
Or the one with the Wyatts where I think they came out either on top or they had a feud with them for a little while.
Yeah, that was
That was before
Yeah,
they
but-
lost the titles to them, right?
yeah. I don't know. They just they're such a good team, man, and they just treat like shit.
They remind me of the Road Warriors where they just actually feel violent and like scary, which is what I want from a tag team. I need at least one hard-hitting tag team that isn't just a bunch of soft babies.
True. Then we have Finn, who doesn't even come out to the ring. He just cuts a promo like that was recorded way earlier.
And then bitches about
And he says,
not getting the respect, especially from Adam Pearce, the same shit he tweeted out already. And it's like, bro, you're just repeating the tweet you sent out. Shut the fuck up.
Literally says he wants the world title, and he's not a bad guy, but he'll do bad things to get it.
No, Finn, you are a bad guy. You are either
You are
a
a
heel
heel.
or you're not. We have too many in-betweeners right now. One or two,
You're not
like,
Big Show.
one or two in-betweeners. You know, you need a Rock every now and again. You need a Stone Cold every now and again where you can be not a heel or a face type of person. But every single star right now seems to be neither a heel nor a face.
You can't be both, my man. Pick one. You're not Big Show.
You can if you weren't a heel and in a heel faction and still in a heel faction.
Yeah, you're still in that faction. When you come out, the Judgment Day words show up.
And And then
and a lot
he
of
didn't show up with the Judgment Day, so is he a part of them still?
I think he
Why
was
isn't he?
because
Right,
all
why
the other
is he
men are
not?
injured.
Oh, we did see Dom and Liv though.
We did. Yeah, Dom did come back. We'll get to that.
Liv's outfit. We will get to that in a minute, but holy shit.
We're going to talk about something that people probably aren't happy about right now because it was the next segment, and that's the Bella Twins.
Oh, yeah, I hate them.
They're seen backstage hugging. Brie says she's happy to be back and she's home. And it's not because of Nikki. She says it's because they want the tag titles.
I only even like you because of your husband, so I don't care. Bring back Brian or go away.
I mean, maybe that's what they're. I mean, I can't imagine Daniel Bryan coming back, but hey, certain things have happened. We got CM Punk back.
He's not, and if he does, Triple H is going to bury him because I don't think he ever stopped hating him for what he did with the Authority and ruining him and Vince's plans to like do whatever they were going to do in that time.
I mean, I can't say I blame him, but. Oh, and Maxine goes on a rampage verbally and tells the Alpha Academy that next week she's breaking Natty's ankle. I'm not going to talk about the segment that happened before that with Otis because I don't even know who the hell that guy was that whipped his shirt off and started dancing. I have no idea who the hell he is, so we're not going to talk about that because he's not even a wrestler, so it doesn't matter.
That's not.
Then we get Penta and Bronson Reed, and Breaker isn't at ringside, so it seems that Heyman did get him to leave.
So he's not even injured. What was the point of that comment, Michael Cole?
I don't know. But Reed basically dominates this entire match.
And poor Penta. He gets no respect.
And Theory gets up on the apron, and Penta takes him, he takes him out, and then Paul hops up there, and Penta... Somehow when Penta hit Logan Paul, he also hit the referee? I don't really know what happened there, but Reed hit him with a tsunami and tried to pin him, but there was no ref, so he got a chair, but LA Knight was supposed to be gone, but he hits a BFT on the chair, and the Vision chase it. They literally hop over the barrier and chase him away while Reed's just dead on the ground. And then the ref gets back up and starts counting while Heyman is literally screaming at him, but Reed gets counted out. So Penta, who got Dragon Lee almost murdered somehow, also won by countout when he's supposed to be a babyface.
I mean, I think you can win by countout as a babyface as long as you aren't like beating them illegally outside type shit. Like if he hit him with a crowbar and then he passed out outside or something, you know what I mean? But if it's just like, say they run out and they go attack somebody and you're just let them.
Yeah. And now we're gonna get to Mr. Filthy's favorite promo of the night when Dominic Mysterio returns and he comes back to introduce Liv, who jumps into his arms as soon as he gets in the ring. Why don't you elaborate on the outfit?
Admittedly, did not hear a word he said because of the outfit. As soon as she came out, nothing. She was basically in underwear. She was literally in underwear, and I mean not just like any underwear
to block it.
Right, which I was mad about.
But I think that was because that outfit was.
She did it the other day with the cheetah underwear.
It was hanging out.
Every outfit she wears has the whole ass cheek out. Just fucking give us what we want. You know exactly why you're the preferred diva. And it has nothing to do with your ring talent. It's your promos and that ass.
All right, so since you were staring at the ass, I will reiterate what she said.
I admittedly was trying to catch a peek behind the towel, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
She said she's the greatest Royal Rumble winner of all time, and she doesn't know which title she's going after, but she's gonna go to SmackDown to look at the threat there.
How are you the greatest when you lost 2 times in a row and then finally won?
We all know who the greatest was. It was obviously Vince McMahon back in 1999, right?
And the best female one is clearly Flair because she's won, 2 in a row or some shit like that?
Yeah, she's the only one with 2. Well, does Liv have 2 now? No, I think she's still the only one with 2.
Yeah, no, Liv has 1. Maybe Becky with 2? Maybe. but it's only
Maybe.
like Flair or Becky. I don't think it's anybody else.
Raquel says we've been celebrating you all weekend, so we haven't talked about why you eliminated me in the Rumble.
Because it's
But
the
she
Rumble,
says
bitch.
a win for one person is a win for everybody in the Judgment Day.
And the fact that Raquel just ate that shit up, like it didn't hit her that, oh, that's a really convenient thing to say.
Right? Oh, yeah, so I don't bitch you. And then Raquel just basically is like, well, you're going to stay in the back tonight when I win the belt. I don't want you out here.
And then she loses. Dumbass.
Yep. Raquel dominates in the early goings. Raquel puts Stephanie through a table. Raquel starts targeting the ankle, pinning it between the steps and the ring post.
That
She
one
catches Stephanie.
was a good match.
That looked like it hurt. That one looked like it hurt.
Every match with Stephanie in it is a good match, I feel like.
We did get a devil's kiss on a chair and then on the steps after Stephanie moved out of the way from a Vader bomb. So that was interesting. Yes, we did see Raquel try a Vader bomb. We don't have to talk about it.
Isn't a Vader bomb literally just what Nia Jax does, but instead of like sitting down, you just go body flat?
Yeah, it's like a whole body thing. What about the double knees into the trash can that was over Raquel's head in the corner?
Gotta love
that was good.
I love that the women are actually like performing really well now. My biggest critique in the past like year or two for the modern like females division is it just feels like ass because they constantly botch every single fucking main match. But
It's really only certain people. Some of them aren't so bad.
It's becoming that way. Unfortunately, it's going to sound messed up, and I know a lot of people love the old guard of the old original NXT women, the first like wave with Charlotte and all that. They are terrible compared to the new division. I don't care. The only one who can even compete with modern females from NXT is Charlotte and Becky. Bayley is mid as fuck.
Yeah, Bayley has lost a lot of credibility.
She's just never was that good of a wrestler, if I'm being honest. She was just an entertaining person. She's always, in my opinion, sucked in the ring.
Oh, and all you people that are clamoring for Sasha Banks or whatever the hell her name is to come back, why?
God, no. She's the most unsufferable person, and she's a horrible person in real life. Exclude her WWE. Maybe she's a great wrestler, right? Nobody likes her. She can't work with other people.
She had like 16 titles and lost one. Literally had a hissy fit in the middle of the ring. Relax. You still have 15 other titles. Calm down.
And literally every person who's worked with her has had a negative experience, from what I understand.
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, she literally made Naomi walk out, but we'll talk about that.
I would too. Sasha Banks seems like an actual retard. Excuse my French. Yes. I love retarded people. We're excluding her though.
Yeah, she's on a level on her own.
I'll do the Trump. I love the retarded people, but I do not love this one. We love the retards.
Speaking of that, we have Liv come out to the ring and grab the title. Didn't Raquel just tell you to stay in the back? You just had to show the cheeks on TV one more time, I guess.
Gotta show the cheeks.
Stephanie hits Raquel's head on a chair that was in the corner and knocks Liv off. And then Roxanne Perez comes down to the ring and gets headbutted and falls through a table. So literally was pointless for you guys to even be out there. And did you see the table botch when she reversed the powerbomb?
I think I did, but I don't fully remember.
The table like cracked, but like she didn't actually go through it. It just kind of like cracked under her weight.
Oh yeah,
because they missed the table. Yeah.
And she kind of went through it, but it didn't fully break. And I was like, "Isn't that an elimination?"
Yeah.
Like,
she didn't really go through the table, but
even when what's his face stepped through it, it was an elimination. Like that should have been an elim.
Yeah. Well,
wasn't it Big Show? He stepped on the table. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I was about to say, that's what got me confused. I'm like, why is there so many table spots? Is this a tables match? There was like fucking 3 or 4 different table spots. I'm like, what the hell?
There was a lot of table spots. People just love tables. Triple H knows that. He actually gave us tables.
I do too, but bring the tables match back.
Vince would give us 1 table per match and be like, all right, you guys are good. That's fine.
I love him too.
We want more than 1, man.
But if we're going to have 3 table spots, I want it to be a tables match. I want to see people get thrown to fucking tables.
Yeah, especially when the tables are stacked, it's more fun. Like when Cena threw Edge through like 4 tables. That was pretty fun.
Oh my god, yeah, the WrestleMania. I believe it was.
Yeah, I don't remember what it probably was Mania, but they were having like a TLC match or something. I remember the title was above the ring.
This was after the one night stand where Randy Orton, where RVD finally got his push and got the WWE title just to get it taken from him because he smokes pot.
Yep, that's about the size of it. And like RVD said, the only reason that JBL was champion is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays. Anyway.
Yeah. Although, that's disrespectful, because JBL was a good fucking champion. I stand by JBL's run, and that fucking I Quit match with John Cena was amazing.
JBL's been a savage his whole career. So yeah, as we said earlier, Stephanie wins. And then Liv hits the Oblivion on Stephanie after the match, and then holds up the title. So, are you picking Stephanie? You just said you didn't know what you were doing, but then you do that.
She's probably like, well, now that my friend lost, I guess it's okay if I do it.
I see you hitting it because your friend lost and you were pissed and whatever, but then you held up the title. That means you're going for that title, yes? I'm just saying here. I don't know. Then we see another video package about Finn and his time in his NXT and his whole career. Finn, are you retiring, sir?
There's a ghost in my room trying to move my camera for me.
Oh.
I'm haunted.
And then we get to the end of the show and we get Roman Reigns. Roman is the only person that can arrive at the arena at the end of the show for a 15-minute segment and get cheered for it.
Yep. And then everyone else is like, oh, no, I love this shit. It's okay when Roman does it, but if CM Punk were to even, like, do half the things that he did, I would never like him, ever.
Oh, CM Punk didn't show up to the end of the show. You know, I saw a post earlier, and it was like, oh, we're seeing a part-timer versus a part-timer at WrestleMania. When the fuck has CM Punk ever been a part-timer?
Well, he's literally not. He's on almost every Monday Night Raw. He's on almost every pay-per-view. It's like calling Cody Rhodes a part-timer when he wrestles almost every night, or at least cuts a promo every night.
Just because someone's a little older in age doesn't make them a part-timer.
Yeah, no. Roman Reigns has the Brock Lesnar schedule where he shows up once a year and then they praise him for it.
So Roman comes down and talks up and down about his career achievements. I'm not going to bore y'all with the details. If you really want to hear about it, watch Raw.
He sucked a lot of Dwayne Johnson penis and he got championships.
Yeah, pretty much. He says Philly is the perfect place for his big WrestleMania decision. The crowd's chanting Punk. Here comes Punk.
How is Philly good for you? Philly, if anything, is going to cheer Punk because he's an ECW guy.
Yeah, sir. Aren't you from Florida? Hold on.
And the Philly crowd wants Punk because he's hardcore, not you.
Exactly. And then Punk literally comes in the ring, grabs a microphone, walks past Roman, looks at the camera, and says, Finn Balor, you'll figure out how much of a bad guy I am when I get my hands on you. And Roman is so offended, literally tells him that he's crazy interrupting my segment to talk to Finn. And Punk says, that's funny because you're a guest on my show. You must think you're on SmackDown or something.
Ooh.
Because Roman
Reigns
is a SmackDown superstar.
With your fucking loser cousins.
Punk tells him to take the easy way out and pick Drew McIntyre, but Roman tells him Drew is 4 times bigger than you, and he had you crying over a plastic bracelet last year.
He won, though.
Yeah, he did. So they both kind of talk about how they... So Drew McIntyre, who's WWE champion, is treated as like a punching bag in this segment. They just talk about how they both beat up Drew, and then they're like, oh, CM Punk or Drew, and like the crowd boos or cheers wherever they want, and it's like...
But he may be 4 times bigger, but the reason he's champ with that belt is because he couldn't beat Punk. So what does that go to tell you?
Exactly. And then Roman says him and his family are the reason WWE is where it is, and CM Punk had a job to come back to because of them.
Yeah, no, the Bloodline thing was cool. It did save what little bullshit was there. But you want to know what else happened the moment Roman Reigns left? The company got better because more talent was allowed to exist.
And Yeah,
And I got to see the championship every week instead of once a year.
Exactly. And then this is where Punk kind of like goes on a rampage, tells him that he followed in his shoes by winning the title and then aligning himself with Paul Heyman. And he said, just because you were a champion,
he said,
"Yep,
I brought
and
your
just because
bitch
you were
ass
a
into this
champion
company."
longer doesn't mean that you were better."
Mm-hmm. Not only
That's
that,
true.
the only reason you were champion longer is because you didn't defend, whereas Punk defended every single pay-per-view for a year and a half and still kept that shit.
Yep.
He was going against better people too, mind you. John Cena was his main rival in that championship, and he beat John Cena.
Yep, he did. Punk tells Roman that he chose to be a part-timer and Punk's like to show up and be a fighting champion. And Punk says, "You follow in my footsteps, you learn from the best, so you're welcome."
Yeah, he also gave you your career, didn't he? Isn't he the reason why the Shield happened, basically?
Yep, he is. And he tells them you can take the easy way out and be the guy that you know you can be, or you can go up against the guy who's the best in the world. And Roman tells him he's going to all these towns because he took a 10-year vacation. He'd be trying to do the same thing. I didn't realize that Punk was on vacation when he left the company.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was wrestling in other companies, wasn't he? I mean, not the whole time, but didn't he end up going to another company afterwards?
Yeah, which he helped build, and now he's trying to help break it. Same thing with Cody.
He was in, yeah, it was AEW he was in for a while, right?
He was in AEW for a long time. Well, no, it wasn't even that long because he got into
Like a year or two, right?
Yeah, he had some altercation backstage or something. They fired him.
I gotta look. Yeah, wasn't it with the Young Bucks or something?
Something like that. I haven't. I saw the video and it's kind of grainy. It's not really clear.
I'm not surprised, bro. Those fucking indie wrestlers take themselves so seriously, despite the fact that nobody gives a fuck about them.
They really do, and it's so bad.
I guess you have to when you're the inferior product.
I guess when you're shit, yeah. Roman says the only thing he learned from Punk is what not to do, and he claims they asked him before they rehired CM Punk.
They didn't ask you shit.
And even if they did, who the fuck cares?
Who the fuck's going to Roman Reigns for hiring authority? No one, bro. You think Vince McMahon gave a fuck what you want?
Yeah, like, I don't think...
You think Triple H gives a fuck what you want?
No. He didn't. The only reason he made you champion so long is because you had all those family members backing you up, and it was a great storyline. People were eating out of the palm of Triple H's hand, and now that storyline is over, you guys don't like Triple H anymore.
And isn't Triple H responsible for the Bloodline story?
Yes.
Oh, but he's the worst. Even though we all basically agree that that's the best storyline that's happened in the past fucking 5 years.
It's
okay. Whatever. I'm a Roman Reigns hater, and even I'm like, that's the best storyline they've had in the past, 5 years.
People are just inferior. I mean, we can go back to storylines like Katie Vick if you want. Is that what you guys want?
I do want that, actually. I like the edginess of talking about raping a dead body.
For all the young people watching this, they have no idea what the fuck we're talking about right now.
I don't think that one went too far. Making a joke about a dead body that isn't real isn't too far. I don't care what anybody says. There was nobody hurt. No one was real.
For all you people who haven't seen it, picture Triple H in 2002 putting on a Kane mask, walking into a morgue, getting into a casket, and literally
having sex with a sex doll. Yeah.
I mean, obviously a mannequin, not a real dead body, but the illusion. Kane had this girlfriend, Katie Vick, who he murdered or whatever the hell it was.
She died, and then they said that he had relations with her unalive body.
Yeah, off topic, but Roman said he's picking Punk because he hates him and he's always hated him, and he says that WrestleMania in the main event, CM Punk will acknowledge him.
That was probably the best part of his promo, I'm gonna be real. The acknowledge me part. That is the only line that actually hit with anything.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the promo just wasn't good.
It wasn't bad, but acting like he won is crazy. Bro basically said your career exists because of me. And all his response was nuh-uh.
You lying?
But like history says otherwise. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it really does. What would you give the show if you're rating out of 10?
I didn't like this one, but I don't want to rate it super low. I want to say 7, maybe 7.5. It was slightly above average, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. The promos were pretty good. I mean, when the show ends on a promo, the promo is pretty banger. But I feel like Roman didn't really talk too much during the promo. I mean, I'd probably give it an 8. I feel like the matches, in my opinion, were a little bit better than normal. But
the matches were good. I felt like there was too much talking for that to be a super good Raw. I think that's probably why I didn't think it was like a true 10, because it was like 90% of Raw was just promos.
Yeah, that's the thing that's tricky after a PLE, because you're trying to set up new stuff.
Yep. And that's why I feel like you set it all up in the PLE, and then you have resolution matches with a small promo before it, but they went too much on the promo.
They did get better at that, especially with the El Grande Americano stuff.
Yeah, but all in all, definitely not a bad Raw. Wasn't as bad as the SmackDown before the Rumble.
I mean, as long as we never get into like Raw from like 2018 territory, I think we'll be okay.
As long as we're not getting into the like you said, that or like the 2014 Raws where like the only good part was John Cena.
Yeah, in 2014, after Punk left, the only good part was literally John Cena. And like
it's maybe John Cena and maybe like some Nexus shit, but that was still a little bit before 2014. But you know what I mean? Like that was the highlights of Raw for a while, was like John Cena or Nexus or Punk. Like
that was before we had like everybody else. But anyway, that is the Raw breakdown there. You guys feel free to argue with us in the comments if there was anything we said you didn't like. All you Roman Reigns fans, I know you guys are chomping at the bit, just waiting.
Just know that if you like Roman Reigns, you're still wrong, but it's okay. We love you anyway.
But other than that, I'll see you in the next one, y'all.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Later.